Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the lab program number 11, which is develop a program to sort the given set of n numbers using bubble sort. Okay, now let's see how to write the program. So as we know, the program starts with include stdio.h because we are using printf and scanf, and it has to have a header file include conio.h as we are using clear screen. Okay, now as I have explained earlier also, we need an array. So I am going to declare an array A, which is of the type int. Then for the array, to know the number of elements, I need a variable n. So let me have it first. I need an array A whose size is 25. We have taken, which is going to store integer type of value. I need variable n to know the number of elements. I need two variables I and j, which I'll be using further in for loops, and then a temporary variable called temp. Okay, then clear screen. Then I say printf enter n. Enter n is enter the number of elements. Then scanf %d %n, which means whatever the user has entered, read that and store it in the memory location n. So our memory location n is here. So let's say if suppose the user enters the value to be 5, then 5 will be stored in the memory location n. Right. Now I will say printf enter any 5 values. So to say that, how do we write? Enter any %d values comma n. Right. So it will print on the screen enter any 5 values. If the user is entering the numbers as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These numbers now I am supposed to store into the array. Now my array is A, which is capable of storing 25 elements. As of now, only 5 elements are being entered by the user. So I have to store them at these locations in the memory. Right, even though I have huge array size, but only 5 elements are being entered. So now we are supposed to scan the values entered by the user and store it in the array A of I. Right. Now to do that, we are writing a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. And inside this for loop, we are writing scanf %d %a of I. That is, the for loop will execute from I is equal to 0 up to I less than n. That is, as long as the condition I less than n is satisfied, the loop will be executing. Now n here is 5. Already user has entered it as 5. So for the first iteration, when I is equal to 0, I is checked with 5. That is, 0 is checked with 5. Is it less than 5? Yes. If it is less than 5, it will perform scanf. Scanf, the first value is scanned. What is the first value? The user has entered 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So the first value is 5. So 5 is scanned and it is stored at the location A of I. What is A of I? A of I is nothing but A of 0. So now it will be equal to 5. So in my array, if you see here, this location is 0th location, first location, second location, third and fourth. Right, there are 5 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. So the first element will be stored at A of 0. So before the next iteration, the value of I will be incremented by 1. which is nothing but I is equal to I plus 1. So that becomes 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. So I will become 1. Now again I is being checked with n. Is I less than n? Yes. As I is 1, 1 is less than 5. Yes. Then repeat the scan statement. So now a of 1 will have the next value. What is the next value? Next value is 4. So 4 will be stored in a of here. It will be stored here, right? A of 1. Okay. Now again I will be incremented. So previous value of I was 1. Now it will become, I will become 2. So 2 is compared with 5. Yes, it is less than 5. So it will perform again scanning. So a of 2 will be assigned the next value, that is 3. So 3 will get stored here. Similarly, for each time I is incremented, now I becomes from 2 to 3. 3 is compared with 5. Yes, it is still less than 5. So a of 3 is assigned the next value, that is 2. Right. So this goes on repeating as long as the value of I is less than 5. So now what is the value of I? Now from 3 it becomes 4. 4 is still less than 5. So again it performs the iteration, that is scanf. So a of 4 is assigned the next value, right, that is 1. So now all the values are stored into the array 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fine. Now after we perform scanning, we are just printing as printf before sorting. So before sorting, whatever were the values in the array, that will be printed as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Now after printing, so to print it again, I will be in need of an for loop. So this for loop executes in the same fashion. For I is equal to 0, I is less than 1, I plus plus. I'm just saying print the value of a of I. So it will print sequentially one by one all the values of the array a. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are printed. Now after printing this, we are going to have one more for loop, the outer for loop. So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Inside that I am having inner for loop for j is equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, j plus plus. Right. Now let's see for the first iteration. For the first iteration, I is equal to 0 and the value of 0 is compared with value of n. So it is less than 5. So it will enter the loop. So once it enters the loop, it says one more for loop. So internal for loop, j is equal to 0. J, it is compared with j less than 5 minus 0 minus 1, which is equal to, which is nothing but 4. So till j is less than 4. Right. So as long as j is less than 4, the inner for loop executes. Now in inner for loop we have what? We have if part. So I am checking here if a of j is greater than a of j plus 1. Now let's see what will be a of j. A of j, now j value is 0. So it means a of 0 is compared with a of j plus 1. A of j plus 1 is 0 plus 1, is nothing but A of 1. So we are trying to compare the elements of the array. So this is our array 0 and 1. So I am trying to compare these two values, right? Now what was there here? It was 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So we are comparing 5 with 4. So A of 0 is 5. Is it greater than 4? Yes, it is greater than 4. So this if condition becomes true. So if it is true, then what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to take a variable called temp and store the value of A of 0 inside that. So what is A of 0? A of 0 is 5. So temp will now contain 5. Then I am performing A of 0 is equal to A of 1. That is, now A of 0 will contain 4. Right. So A of 0 will now contain 4. Right. Now next step what we are doing, we are saying A of j plus 1, that is A of 1 should contain temp. Temp is nothing but 5. So what did we do, what did we achieve by doing so? We just exchanged the value, right? From A of 0 value is transferred to A of 1, A of 1 value is transferred to A of 0. So at the end of this iteration, the content of array now becomes 4, 5, 3, 2 and 1. Right. Next iteration of the for loop is being started. It will check first the condition whether j is less than 4 or not. So previous value of j was 0. Now the value of j will be incremented by 1, j plus plus, which becomes j is equal to j plus 1, which is nothing but 0 plus 1. So now the value of j has become 1. So 1 is compared with 4. So it is still less than 4. So the for loop iteration begins. Now again inside this for loop we are seeing again if condition is checked. So here A of j is now here 1. A of 1 is compared with A of 2. Right. Now A of 1 is this. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4. Now this is being compared with, that is A of 1 is compared with A of 2. So 5 is compared with 3. 5 is greater than 3. So what it performs? It performs exchanging of the two values A of 1 2, with A of 2. So using the temp, in temp I am going to store 5. In A of 1 I am going to store 3. In A of 2 I am going to store the value of temp, which is nothing but 5. So now at the end of the second iteration, the content of A will be, it will become 4, it will become 3, 5 and 2 and 1. Now this goes on repeating. Each time the element is going to be compared with the next element. Now let's see for the next iteration what happens. For the next iteration, the value of before it starts the iteration, the value of j is incremented. The previous value of j was 1. Now j becomes 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Now we are going to check, is j less than what is the value? Value is 4. Is j less than 4? Yes, 2 is less than 4. So begin the iteration. Now again perform comparing A of, what is our value now? A of, so now A of 2 is compared with A of 3. A of 2 is what here? A of 2 is 5 because this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the index. So 5 is compared with its adjacent element, that is 2. So it is compared with 2. 5 is still greater than 2. So exchange of the two elements will be done. So 5 will be brought at A of 3 and A of 3 content 2 will be brought to A of 2. So temp will now contain 5. Now A of 2 will be copied with the content of A of 3. So which is nothing but 2. So A of 2 will now contain 2, whereas A of 3 will contain the temp value, which is nothing but 5. Right. So by the end of this iteration, the content of the array will be 4, 3, 2, 5 and 1. Right. But the value of j now, when it increments, let's check whether j is still less than 5. Now what was the previous value of j? Previous value of j was, previous value of j was 2. So now it will be incremented by 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. Right. Now is 3 less than 4? Yes, it is still less than 4. So again it will perform the if statement. In if, what is written? A of j. Now A of j here is 3. A of 3, is it greater than A of 4? Now A of 3 is 5. Is it greater than 1 is being checked. Yes, it is greater than 1. So the exchange of the values will be done. Like A of temp is 5, A of 3 becomes A of 4, which is nothing but equal to 1, and A of 4 becomes temp, which is equal to 5. By the end of this iteration, what will be the content of array? The content of the array will become 4, 3, 2, 1 and 5. Right. So now when j gets incremented, j value becomes 4. Is 4 less than 4? No, it is false. So it will come out of the inner for loop, that is for j is equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1. Right. But the outer for loop, I was 0. Now I will become I plus plus. So from 0 I will become 1. Right. Now is 1 less than 5? Yes, 1 is still less than 5. 1 is still less than 5. So the iteration begins. So again it will come to the inner for loop. So in inner for loop, we are checking j is equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, and it has to repeat till this condition is true. Now let's see what will be the value of this. J less than 5 minus I is now 1, 1 minus 1. So which is nothing but it will check up to j less than 3. Right. Now our array was containing 4, 3, 2, 1 and 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the first element of the array is being compared with 3, it will be compared with 2, it will be compared with 1. Whereas it will not be compared with 5 because we are setting the limit, that is up to index 3 it has to be compared, because already 5 is compared with all the elements. So the same process repeats. Now 4 will be brought 4 will be brought here. After the iteration, after the end of the for loop, 4 will come here and 5 will be here. So this is when I was equal to 1. Now when the value of I is equal to 2, the content of array, which was 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, will become 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Right? Similarly, it goes on repeating until I becomes 4, and by the time I becomes 4, the value of the array will be 1, 2, 3. The content of the array will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when I becomes 5, it does not satisfy the condition I less than 5, that is 5 less than 5. So it comes out of the loop. So by the end of the iteration, all the elements in the array are sorted. So after the for loop, we are saying after sorting, printf after sorting, and we take a for loop here. In this for loop, again I am printing from 0 to I less than n. So after sorting, we print it and get ch, and that is the end of the program. Okay, I hope you people have understood how sorting is being done.